Hi teachers, it's Kristen and I'm here with some more information about Bloomboard. Today we're going to talk about entering in your student learning goal or your SLG. Remember, to get into Bloomboard, you can go to the Bloomboard website and type in your login. Remember that all logins are our Westonka email address. And the default login is Westonka 2014, but probably if you've logged into Bloomboard, you've changed that login, and so you'll use your own personal login. When you get to Bloomboard, you're going to come to the home screen, and if you scroll down, you'll see any kind of current observations. If you worked on your professional learning goals, you'll see those goals there. And then you'll see a post-it note that says ready to plan your goals or your SLO. That actually should say SLG, but go ahead and click on it, and that takes you back to the goal planning sheet that we were at before, and it will default to professional goals, so go ahead and click on student learning goal. When you get to the student learning goal page, you'll notice that you can add your first SLG. So you can go ahead and add that. The first thing you're going to do is give this a title. So I'm going to call mine Grade 8 Advanced English. Your building principal could probably tell you how they'd like you to label your SLG. Maybe they want it to be Wallace Individual SLG, or maybe it's a department SLG, so you can kind of talk to them about how they want that labeled. And then you're going to choose the subject area. My subject area is English. Most subjects are listed there, but there is an other category as well. And then finally you're going to be starting to type in your student learning goal. So you probably have already worked on some ideas about what your student learning goal might look like. In the English department, we're working on grammar usage connected to the ACT, but in particular in my 8th grade English class, we're working on punctuation. So my student learning goal is going to be that 90% of my students, and I just have one class, so I have a pretty rigorous goal, are going to be proficient which in punctuation on my class assessment, and I'm going to just determine that proficient is 80% or higher. And this is going to happen by May of 2014. Oops. And then it's going to ask you for some other information. It's going to ask you for the indicator. And so basically you're going to be talking about, how do you know that this is an area of weakness? So the indicator for this is grammar usage. And specifically for my class, it's going to be punctuation. And the measure that I'm going to use, as I said, I'm going to use a classroom assessment that we've designed for 8th grade, but I'm also going to be looking at some Explore data. It will be part of my actual SLG and the NWEA, but it's going to be tied to that. And again, my target is that 90% are proficient. Then you're going to select if this is a growth or a standards focus. And so mine is going to be growth focused and whole group versus a targeted group of students. And then I'm going to, I'm basing this on some standardized test data. That's all I need to do for my SLG. At any point along the way, if I have some ideas but I want to come back to it, I can save my SLG at any point and go back and edit it. You don't need to worry about this section right here. This is for your administrator to fill out at the end of the year. But what you do want to be careful of is that you don't set your objectives and request approval until you are done, your SLG is ready to go. If you do click on this, your administrator will have to open it up if you need to make any editing changes. So save the SLG and then wait until you've discussed it with your administrator to make sure that you are requesting approval. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of how to start your SLG in Bloomboard. And if you have any further questions on the SLG, you can talk to your union rep. If you have any further questions on Bloomboard, you can talk to me or one of your TILT representatives. Thanks so much.